Coach, does anything from your standpoint really change, or would you like to just pick up that game from last night and say, let's do it again?
No, we'd like to do it again. I think that's a big thing. Now, the challenge is a little different tonight because we're in a back-to-back situation and we are playing against another hard hockey team. So it's interesting for me to see if our groups can respond the right way. So I'm looking forward to watching us, how we come out tonight.
Your messaging, I know everybody's been talking about the first periods, but about preparation. So today, to make sure that that preparation is there, given what you just said, what is that ultimate message for you?
Well, they know what they have to do in order to be at their best. I mean, that's why they're NHL players at this stage of the game. And they've all been in situations where they've been in back-to-backs and we've come off a good effort. And the challenge for them, I think, is more mentally than physically. They're with it physically. There's no issue with that at all. It's making sure they're sharp up top so they're prepared to play the way we need to play.
Looking back to the last time you were here, first game of the season, when you look at the start that you guys got off to this season, did that springboard some of that for you to turn that game into a victory and start the way you did?
I'm sure it did. I mean, there's a lot of emotion and momentum switches in that game, and we found a way to win, and I think we were able to use that the right way, and it allowed the group to feel good about itself on a night when things didn't look great for us after one period. So we were able to turn that, and I think the guys did ride that momentum for a little while.
And could it have built maybe some of that resiliency we've seen in your team in terms of feeling like you're always in a game?
Sure, absolutely. There's always little things along the way that kind of add up or allow you to be a team that believes they can be resilient and stay in games, and I think that was a good example of us finding one of those times. It just happened to be our first game of the year.
Sure. Did your team's response to the Miller hit on Rooney potentially galvanize the group in that first game?
I don't know, sure. I mean, I felt like all night that night our group stayed together. So whether it was the hit or if there was different plays along the way, I felt like every time there was a scrum, there was 5 of us in there, and that's the way we want our team to be.
And after that hit, we all know what happened with Kevin, but just the idea since he's come back and just even last game, I mean, that whole line was going. But what have you seen from Kevin? The way he's responded coming back from injury, I know it's never easy, but he's kind of just put his head down and gone to work about it.
A lot of the same that we get from him most nights. I mean, he's even been in a tougher situation where we've had him in and out of the lineup a little bit once he was healthy. And I think that's probably the hardest thing for a player when they're trying to get rhythm and get their game back to where they want to be, and they're not in the lineup consistently. But as you mentioned, that line for the last 2 games, in my opinion, have been very good, and I think Kevin's been a big part of that.